Hello, Pokemon Go trainers. It's the Seahawks fan with another Pokemon Go Battle League video. So we have currently Master League available, but this was recorded before that rotation. And I hope you're enjoying the Master League content and hope you enjoyed the start of the season. We also have a buff Pokemon to showcase and some pretty fun powerhouse nukes in Talonflame and Shadow Ampharos. But, Golisopod with the new buffed Aquajet, wow, it is actually so strong. It's really good. And I don't even have a good one built. I've just been cheap on the starters, building, this. Now, I definitely do want to build a good Golisopod, but, it's a 98. It doesn't have 15 attack, but I guess now, especially Master Premier, definitely can be really useful. I think I built this Golisopod before it was before Mozart buff. Definitely a while ago. Maybe it was buffed, just I do have really good ones, good IV ones for Great and Ultra, and I am a silly goose and threw Aquajet when I should have thrown X-Scissor, and I actually could have taken the KO here. Oopsie daisy. Actually, it would have been close. Yeah, maybe. I definitely would have done more damage. Live and learn. Sometimes it's better to throw X-Scissor, sometimes it's better to throw Aquajet. Now other moves it gets, like Aerial Ace, even Liquidation, but Aquajet is such a good move. But Liquidation, I think it's an attack drop or defense drop. One of those. Shadow Claw is such a good move. Roll on Earth is also really helping. And I should resist ground type Pokemon. Mudslap. I do lose the one shield scenario, but I get a huge Incinerate farm down of that Dragonite. If they did get a Dragon Claw, that would have been kind of annoying. Brave Bird Full Send Kaboomed. The Mighty Jellicent. Now I'm running Spicy Shadow. Shadow Ampharos with the Focus Blast. Lock on. They're not going to be able to lock on me down. Unfortunately, they do respect the Focus Blast. Am I going shield? No, I do not, because they do struggle to get to back-to-back moves. And they did not swap in time fast enough, because kaboom, goodbye, Jellicent. And they still struggle to get to 2 moves. But the Incinerate damage is adding up. And my defense may have been debuffed, but they don't have a fast move to take advantage of that. And goodbye, Registeel. Now, Talonflame, I built this back in the day with the Calm Day. It's level 50 hundo. You definitely need Incinerate. It takes an elite fast TM, but those are more readily available, and it is definitely one of the best elite fast TMs to use. Now, Gator, for Alligator. We are going to have for Alligator Classic Calm Day, or Totodile. Definitely not going to want to miss out on that. And honestly, if you're new to Ultra League, Skeleturge, hopefully you play the Fuecoco Calm Day. Be a Torch Song, Skeleturge, and upcoming for Alligator. That's if you want a good, cheap meta pair core, it's going to be really, really good. Florges comes in. I definitely need to use Florges this season, but I build the 98. Unfortunately, this is a shiny, the shiny one. This is so cool. The shiny Florges is really pretty. Definitely lucky duck. But we're going to be able to just incinerate them down. The new school Incinerate uses Skeleturge, which does not need an elite fast TM, but having a Flying Fire is really strong. Licky comes in, and I'm like, actually, this is, it's just really tough to deal with Licky with this team. And I did respect that full send Focus Blast, Earthquake, and Focus Blast. Kabooms! I landed it. Let's go. But Glamour Weezing is actually kind of tricky to deal with. Definitely want to have Brutal Swing. It is a really good move. But also Trailblaze Thunder Punch may be the thing. Maybe Trailblaze Brutal Swing is better. They're going to play rough me. Maybe I should have just brought in the Talonflame. They're going to bring in Greninja, and I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. They have a shield advantage. They're in a great spot. Definitely should have brought in the Talonflame because a healthier Golisopod would be nice. I did catch a Night Slash, but I cannot get a Incinerate through. So I'm in a sticky situation. And this is where I really do need Fly, but also they just win Charge Attack priority in a back-to-back move, so they are able to outplay me in the back. End game, they had a move banked. Honestly, even if they didn't take the KO there, and I got, actually, maybe if I did get the Shadow Claw down, maybe they would have been, I think Greninja would have potentially CMP tied one. Either way. Close battle. I mean, just unfortunate for me to not make the right play of bringing Talonflame for Guzzlord. It is what it is. It happens. We can survive a Hydro Cannon from the Blastoise, but Rollout charges up to Hydro Cannon so fast. And I want to be efficient. I do not want to give too much energy for free with the Volt Switches. They did make a catch of that Brutal Swing onto Shadow Alolan Ninetales, which is pretty good for them. But Talonflame can come in. I do have a shield still. I have to use it to not go too low. Maybe I could have no-shielded it, but at this point, happy to just have shielded because kaboom! Oh, they do swap into the Party Hat Blastoise fast enough. Do I have what it takes? No, not enough energy. Can I win? Is there any chance at the winning? They needed a lot of energy to take out my Golisopod. Do they get to another Hydro Cannon? I have back-to-back moves, though. And let's go. That was a really close battle. That was really close. If I actually had my really amazing Ivy Ultra League Golisopod built, I think it would have been much safer. I think I could have potentially safely Shadow Clawed down the Blastoise, but a win's a win. That's what matters for me. Also, with Skeletorge being so good and everywhere, Golisopod is really nice. I mean, you just pace to Aqua Jet so fast. And I mean, they're not super tanky Pokemon. This is a Blast Burn Skeletorge. I mean, it's definitely so strong, but I think consistently getting that attack boost is going to do a lot. Ice Fang, spicy Ice Fang for Alligator, cool. But they get kaboomed, and I can shield up the Talonflame because they're not going to get to 2 moves, and they knew they could not deal enough damage. I may have been debuffed, but Florges just does not deal with the Talonflame. Oh, another beautiful lead. Well, they do have some play. I mean, I should win the matchup with some ease. I mean, if they shield up the first Aqua Jet, then they get the debuff, and then I'm throwing debuffed Aqua Jets, but now I do shield up the Ampharos. I do Volt Switch down, thankfully. I do not have to take a Hydro Cannon. Shadow Gator probably takes me out from that range. Now, all my energy is resisted into Weezing, but I do get them under half health after a Focus Blast and Volt Switch. I mean, could be a lot better to throw. They're a lot better targets than throwing a double resistant move into the Glaring Weezing. But we get them under half health. I mean, their energy isn't too great to Talonflame, but actually, they're going to get me really low with 2 Sludges. I do decide to save my last shield for Golisopod because I know I'm in a pretty decent spot with the Golisopod into Shadow Drift Limb. And 2 Flame Charges able to take a shield and get big damage. I may be debuffed, but I can still get that Shadow Claw farm down. And I have a Aqua Jet ready. I was definitely in range of a Sludge. Maybe they were at Sludge. I didn't count as a commentator in the end. But I knew they needed a lot of energy to get to a second Icy Wind. We got an Armored Mewtwo battling. You can check out the video of my Armored Mewtwo battles. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it is such a rare Pokemon. I really hope we get it back one day. Scopely, please see it as big money. Release a shiny. I mean, it was such an exciting Pokemon to raid at the time. It was everywhere. I mean, Mewtwo, like, it's still so exciting and so nice to get the candies. But, like, it's just such a weaker Mewtwo. It is cool. Now, I mean, it's so cool and so desired now, but I do have quite a few I could trade for players. I mean, it's pretty high asking price for Armored Mewtwo's, because it's been years since we've been able to get them, and I mean, who knows? I do hope it does return, just so everyone who wants it can get it. And like now, remote raiding would be so much easier with it. Easy cleanup of the Annihilate, just Shadow Claw user taking, not taking super effective from the counter. We get Lapras in the lead, not terrible. We can do neutral damage, but Lapras is really tanky. Oh boy, it is a tank. Like, it doesn't even have to be an XL Lapras to really, like, tank a lot of hits, and they do Skull Bash. Happy I respected the damage. I may have survived, but also, that would have taken so much damage. I mean, it's definitely a worthwhile shield. They do make a catch of the move on to Drapion. I do not mind this. I mean, they have a shield advantage. They do get the crunch defense drop. That's annoying. I'm in range of the Aqua Tail, but I'm able to get an Incinerate down before they get to another move. I do not preserve the Talonflame because I want to still have my last shield. Was this a mistake of a play? Let's see. Did I totally fumble the battle? Can I get to another Aqua Jet? I put myself in a little precarious situation. I do get to the next Aqua Jet. Did I rob my opponent? I think I was not supposed to get to that Aqua Jet. But I do have the next move banked on Ampharos, and I am able to reach another brutal swing before their sparkling area. Let's go. Goodbye. And I got a shiny Alolan Marowak from Go Battle League. Free shiny from playing Go Battle League. Definitely did not expect this. I'm not even sure if I got a shiny last season from Go Battle League. I mean, it is rare to get the legendaries. I wish you could get legendaries more often. I wish there was better drop rates. I mean, I play most of Go Battle League each season. Definitely would have been nice. Would be nice if it was better rates. Aqua lead. I mean, we really don't have a great answer. We do not have a good answer. And, like, I don't want to have the mirror match just behind an energy. Like, I am still putting in some work with the Golisopod. I do then bring in Talonflame. And I met with a fellow Golisopod user, which is okay. I definitely have been chipped enough. But I actually do survive. I did. That was definitely risky. We got Trevenant. It dragged out the fire type, and we're able to destroy it. So Trevenant's way is cleared. But I make the only win condition I could see. I call the Seed Bomb bait. They should have full send the Shadow Wall. And oh my gosh, I am barely able to hang on. And launch back-to-back brutal swings for the shield and then the KO. 1 HP and a dream. Every bit of the IVs on the Shadow Ampharos mattered. Had to swap instantly. That was phenomenal. Really, really close battle, but beautiful to get the win. Guzzlord, definitely really strong. They're taking resisted Shadow Claws, but super effective X's. I did actually have this matchup for me using Guzzlord. It's fine either way. Ooh, they do have Crunch though. So, would have been nice to shield that, but I do land a second no-shielded X-Scissor. That's fine. They get 2 Shadow Claws onto Gator, which is tough, but not too much. 3 would be really problematic. I do hang on from a non-Shadow Gator, but oh my gosh, they bring in Venusaur and get walled by the Talonflame. Sludge Bomb actually does still do some decent damage. I throw the Flame Charge because I need as much Incinerate damage as I can get. But my opponent is actually letting me launch more Flame Charges. I do not mind this. I actually do shield because Shadow Claw is not going to do enough damage in time. And we can just shield up and get that next Incinerate to land for the KO. Goodbye. Gator, let's go. Talonflame. I mean, it is awesome. It is really good. I mean, Golisopod, Talonflame, not the best core. Both really weak to Electric, but you do have play. I'm like, Electric isn't too crazy right now. Like, if you... I mean, it's pretty weak to Dragon, so... I mean, Dragon's not as common in Ultra as it is in Master League, but definitely still around. Close combat from the Jangmo. Cool to see Jangmo. Could also run Spicy Boom Burst. May have to try that out. But oh my gosh, my opponent thinking they are not going to take a Brave Bird. And kaboom! Get nuked! Brave Bird full send. That is why I still run Brave Bird. Brave Bird Flame Charge. I guess surely they survive a fly. Or maybe they do not know. Maybe they were expecting a Flame Charge. I mean, judging by them, the no shield, I do expect them to think they survive a fly. But now 2 shields apiece. Just Incinerate, just going to do too much. Even with capped energy, they're just not going to be able to win. I am not entirely sure if I actually do survive a Brutal Swing from that health range. Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, it's neutral damage, non-stab. Not entirely sure, but a win's a win. My opponent letting go that Brave Bird was fantastic for me. They have a terrible lead, and they bring in a bad matchup, and it gets countered by an even better matchup for me. I do actually no shield. I don't mind taking Icy Wind. I do shield, though, because I do not want this energy to go to waste. Brutal Swing is going to be really nice if the Scourge does come in. Do I throw it instantly? No. I get my optimal fast move timing with the Volt Surge before the Incinerate lands. Before they can, before they can throw a move after Incinerate. I do then bring in Golisopod. I think it's just best to just potentially have that bit of energy for later from the Ampharos. I see him tie and win. Thankfully, the game worked properly, so I could not have to shield and throw second, giving them a shield. I mean, potentially letting them have a shield for the last Pokemon to get some energy going. It is Shadow Shift Tree. Oh boy, they have gotten totally RPS'd. Love when this happens in my favorite. Definitely a very nice. I mean, I will always take the RPS wins. Some of you may not enjoy seeing them. I mean, I understand. You like to see bad leads turn into wins. But I mean, when you're battling and you see yourself get the RPS win, it is nice. Get some good luck going your way. They leave after debuffing themselves with close combat. Muck comes in, and I'm going to full send a Brave Bird. Because they survive a fly, and kaboom! They actually do survive Brave Bird, but I get a farm down. I get a nice Incinerate down. I'm going to go for another Brave Bird. Why not? Why not? I have 2 shields. I have the mighty Ampharos. I should have just swapped into Ampharos before throwing that one last Incinerate. But I do decide to cushion, or like tank the energy from the Lapras into Golisopod. And they're going to close combat, and it's going to get shielded, and they're going to concede. Because surely whatever moveset I have, I take the win against their Lapras, and I get a nice, big, awesome set. I mean, this team is fun. Season high elo, 2087. Nothing too impressive, but I'll take it. I do then lose some battles, but another good lead. We don't need to talk about the bad losses by me. No, I sometimes show losses. I definitely try to explain the team and my thought process in the battles. I do often, I definitely try to recognize whenever I make a misplays. I mean, hindsight's 2020. When you see the outcome of a battle, what Pokemon comes in, it's a lot easier to say what's going to happen. But okay, you're going to see. My nemesis of this team, man, Blastoise is crazy. Roll out Blastoise. This also is useful in Gigantamax, like Dynamax, Gigantamax, because it's the only rock type max move you can have. But like unless it's a double super effective with rock max storm, it's still better to have Gigantamax Blastoise as your attacker. They're going to Skull Bash and get the defense boost. Honestly, I'm not sure if they needed that defense boost. I mean, it is guaranteed, but I mean, maybe they would have survived 1 HP in a dream without that boost, but definitely really annoying for me. Shadow Zapdos, so cool to see this. I do bring in Ampharos. I can survive a Drill Peck. I resist anything that's not a Ancient Power, which, I mean, if you want an Ancient Power Zapdos and you get the boost immediately, respect, that is cool. I do want to have alignment. But like odds are, I mean, they're not going to have another crazy counter to Golisopod, so I probably could have been just fine bringing it in. Ampharos is going to go down to a serve. We're going to see another water type in the back. It is my nemesis, Blastoise. This time, Shadow Blastoise, and they are going to no shield. No, they are going to shield up that Exeter. Rollout is adding up. Oh no, they Skull Bash. No. Man, the timing of rollout. I need to get 2 Incinerates, but unfortunately, it is way too fast. 2 of the Hydro Cannons. I do take the KO with Brave Bird. I should have just done it. But I'm pretty sure I would have just lost to a surf in time. It happens. Got a Guzzlord, another Guzzlord. This matchup can go either way. They don't go for Crunch, thankfully. X's is going to land. I do throw an optimal timing, and I either take the KO or a shield advantage. I do not mind either. But they go for the farm down and get beat to another X-Scissor. 2 shields gone. I don't mind taking the damage onto Talonflame. I can't farm down. Oh, they get the defense drop from Crunch. That's pain. That's annoying. That's pain. And I'm taking a little too much damage. I do throw the Flame Charge for the KO. But, oh my gosh. Even with the defense drop, I hang on. Perfect IVs. And kaboom! Goodbye. Typhlosion. Shadow's Typhlosion getting absolutely nuked. Glaring Weezing. Sludge. It would be really nice to have Thunder Punch because 2 Thunder Punches is a very comfortable win. Focus Blast lands. I get that next Volt Surge and then shield up. But thankfully I threw the move immediately because they actually do have Brutal Swing. Maybe that was Sludge. Oh no, it is Brutal Swing. But 1 HP in a dream. And 1 HP in a dream for Talonflame. Let's go. Every bit of the IVs, even with that defense drop. Just not enough. Let's go. That was crazy close. That battle was closer than it should have been. I do respect the Stone Edge. It's Leaf Blade. That does neutral damage. Bug beats grass. Water loses to grass. I do be allowed to throw the next X's in time. I try to... I hope they were going to throw 2 more Double kicks, it's not worth saving Golisopod. I did try to get that XX scissor, but they swap in time. And the energy advantage is actually really annoying, but the one shielded. Shadow Ampharos versus Shadow Gator. And my opponent makes a mistake of letting the Gator go down. Because now, they do have a shielded Virizion, but I get a nice Incinerate farm down. And they have no Stone Edge, but I mean, they're pretty weak to fire in the lead. And, yeah, I think those two water types are kind of good. I'm not at Focus Blast yet. Actually, no, I could have... Wait, what? I get... I could have had Trailblaze. I guess if they let a Trailblaze go, they would have just happily taken the loss. They risked it for the biscuit of getting the bad Mana's Earthquake KO. It would have been so funny if I got the win because they went for Earthquake instead of just taking the Hydro Cannon KO, because they definitely take me out with Hydro Cannon. Bombardier, not something you see too often this season, but because of how difficult it is to build, but it's actually so good. They did debuff me with Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb makes Credility so annoying. I do take a shield off Drapion after landing a Brave Bird. Gonna bring in Golisopod, get some energy going. Gonna save my shield for Ampharos to close out. Bombardier comes in. A little risky not throwing immediately. I try to get the Voltage Snipe, but I do not get it. I do respect the Rock Tomb damage, but they were not at the energy. I'm not used to counting for the Rock Tombs. What move do they have as Shadow Skunk Tank? Oh, it's just Crunch. Okay, yeah, that just KOs me. I guess you're seeing the downfall of me with this team. But I hope you enjoyed the battles. Stay tuned for daily Go Battle League videos and other Pokemon Go content. Hope you enjoy the videos. I definitely love doing the battles, the commentating, and other Pokemon Go stuff. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.